Yo guys, what's up? It's Teacher's Game 2 coming at you again with another video. Obviously you see the tail indicating there's something above me right now, which is kind of cool. Anyways, that being said, we're going to do another boss fight right now, and we are going to do something that I think is going to absolutely be a new meta. Now, that being said, let's check them out. The Megalosaurus. Obviously they are not gettable at this moment on the new Valguero map. However, at nighttime, these things become absolute freaks. You can see their stats right now: 9,000 health, 616 melee, nothing great. Mediocre saddles, most of them sit in this range. That's actually probably a really high level saddle compared to the ones we have. Yep, there's a 47, 10,000, 574. These are not good Megalosauruses. You can get way better Megalos. You can get way better Daedons and way better UDs. Nothing is great stats on these things. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the boss fight, and I think we are going to absolutely shred everything. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the name tag so you can see. What you want to do, make sure that this guy's on ignore group whistles. Targeting range is lowest. That's important. Very, very important. You'll see why when we get inside the fight. Turn him on passive. Follow distance is also lowest. Now, we're going to whistle him to follow the UD, so that's important. And then we're going to go ahead and do this boss fight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start it up. As you can see, name tags kind of make this thing kind of entertaining. These Megalosauruses are absolute freaks. They are something that are really fun to use. They are, I mean, first off, at nighttime, they become absolute monsters. They do way more damage, take reduced damage, all kinds of stuff. And I think inside of this boss fight, they are going to be insanely overpowering. Now, this only negative, really, is that you can only use them at nighttime. Now, what I would bring into this boss fight if I was you, med brews, a long-distance weapon of some sort, and some food and drink. I'm going to use the wheel to command all the tames, but that's just because people on Xbox and PS4 need that so they can see what's going on. Make sure you go down far enough so you can get this manticore to take off. And what you want to make sure it does, make sure it shoots at you and moves around a little bit, otherwise it'll get stuck up there. Then we're going to go ahead and go back, attack my target on these guys, and you will see what I mean. Look how fast these things just shred. It is nighttime, and these things are just just monsters. Look how fast they move. That, I think, might be the coolest part. They are just absolutely chaotic demons at nighttime. So I think that this might be something that people need to keep an eye out for, because on Aberration, where it's constant night, these things are just freaks of nature. We want that dragon to land, so we're just going to hang out up here until he does. This is why you have food. Make sure you bring in food and water, because some people make the mistake, like me, mind you, like me, and they forget what they're doing, and they kind of just forget that you still need to eat and drink inside this game. So if you haven't watched my videos before, the strategy is actually pretty simple in what we're going to do here. We're going to be fighting one boss at a time. How you lose this boss fight is you fight more than one at a time. We're going to go ahead and whistle attack this target here, because this guy, Manticore, never lands early. But as long as it's down, we're going to go ahead and shred as much as we can. So, that being said, you can see that take your med brews, you need them. Okay, what are you doing? Sometimes they do a little bit of an adventure that we don't need. Now what we're going to do right now, whistle attack this target as much as you can to try and engage the dragon as far out as possible, because that is something you want to try and make sure you do. Now, we don't want them to... Oh boy, come on now. Don't get stuck here. Now, also, as long as you've got the time, we're going to go ahead and turn on passive healing on this guy, and he will automatically heal the stuff nearby. No, 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 no. What are you doing? We don't want to pull over the Megalosaurus, or Megalania, not Megalania. Wow, I can't speak right now. The megapithicus. So we try and, oh boy, maybe we did, hopefully we didn't go too far. So he's still trying to get us. He seems to have totally ignored the Megalosaurus, which might be another reason why it's super OP to use them, because if they just get ignored, that's crazy. Because they do so much damage. And we're just going to try and avoid this boss, because apparently the Megalosaurus are just going to keep attacking it with no repercussions. So, oh my goodness, they've pinned him to the ground. Look at that. The Megalosaurus are able to just shred that thing. Man, it's kind of like the Deinonychus, where he can't see them because they're small enough. Look at this. and he just absolutely gets shredded by him. So we just got to avoid and basically remove ourselves and let them do their damage. Get a little bit of that fire breath. That's okay. That's okay. We're still doing good on health for right now. Oh my goodness. And then obviously we want to try and attack this guy here. Give our little boost here. And wow, look how much damage they're doing. And they've kind of got him pinned to the ground here. I just got launched up in the air. That's interesting. And the big thing you can do for yourself right here is make sure you get out of there. You want to only fight one boss at a time. So obviously, because this thing's up in the air, we're going to go ahead and go after the giant, oh boy, megapithicus. Just keep an eye on the manticore. Nothing super dangerous. Should land every now and then, which is nice. But you don't need to go after it. It's not worth your time. And obviously, as you can see, we're going after this guy now. So we're going to go ahead and whistle attack this target. Oh my goodness. He has decided to give a little bit of a landing here. So we're going to go ahead and shred him a little bit. There we go. Now that's what we're looking for. So basically, the Megapithecus is, for some reason, totally ignoring these Megalosaurus. This might be a new meta. I can't even believe that that's the case. Because look at them just shred him. And I'm just going to keep walking because I'm not sure they're going to lose any health. This is crazy that this is happening. I don't know if this is like a mistake in the boss fight or something, but I can just keep walking and not worry about this. And they do so much damage, as you can see. So Megalosauruses might be a new way to take this thing out because they're just small enough where apparently he doesn't even think they're there. I do have a little bit of a issue there, but oh my goodness, this has got to be one of the fastest boss fights I've ever done. And they're going to shred that thing too. What? Oh my goodness. You want to talk about monsters? Holy smokes. These guys just absolutely shredded those bosses. I can't even believe that. Let's check it out here. So obviously, as you can see, they are 11,000 health on this guy, 600. Nothing great. These are not very good megalos. And the bosses don't even recognize they are on this map. How crazy is that? Now, one thing that would be really beneficial for you, just so you can understand, if you had somebody riding the Daedon and somebody on the Utyrannus, you could have somebody constantly pumping out food, and then the passive healing just keep it going, which would also be crazy OP. And these Megalosauruses, man, I can't even believe they just shredded as much as they did. I'm gonna have to, once we get out of the boss fight, I'll look at the stats and stuff to show you that none of them lost really any health at all, which is really impressive. I don't think I've ever seen it such a slaughter fest like that. The Deinonychus do it, but it's still not that fast. Yeah, look at no health lost. I mean, obviously the Daedon's healing up, but that's more for the Uti, just to keep it alive. Obviously, it's got some really good saddle on it, so that's not necessarily accurate to what you'd be able to have. But man, can it keep these things alive or what? So that's got to be the new meta, Megalosaurus, because the bosses don't even recognize they're there, and these things output a stupid amount of damage. I can't even believe that that was OP as it was. Well, anyways, hopefully this video helps you guys, and I really hope you give these things a try, because that was just, I mean, if you just avoid the bosses and let the Megalos do their work, you could probably do this on pretty much any difficulty. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, because they don't even recognize they're there. All right, other than that, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any other comments, questions, anything like that, make sure you go ahead and let me know in the sections below. All right, Teacher's Game 2, out.